Before we start solving a problem, we should make sure that we have understood the problem and that we have devised a plan. But in this case, we can see here on the right, I have already created a plan for us. So now that we want to start solving this or writing the code for it, what we need to do is to create a new file. And we need to save this file and give it a name that describes the content of your script. So in my case, I will name it Lecture 3, Task 1. And don't forget that your scripts should end with .py. So with our script saved, it's time to start writing the code. And we can see the first step here is to print hi there to the screen. So all right, let's do that. And if we continue down our plan here, we can see that the next thing that we need to do is to create two variables, one for our first name and one for our last name. And this is how we create variables. So first we give the variable a name and then we assign it something. And in this case, I want to store my first name in a variable I called first name. And give your variables names that describe what they store. So if we see this variable in our script, we know that it stores a first name. All right, so that was the second step here. The next step is to print our full name to the screen. One way we could do it is, like we see on the screen here, we just list the variables that we want to print. And if we run it, we can see that it prints first hi there, and then it prints our full name. Another way we could do this is by using f-strings. And if we would like to use an f-string, we could replace the thing in the print statement with the following instead. So we have rewritten it using an f-string, and if we run the script, we can see that it looks exactly the same. So it's just two different ways of doing the same thing. And here, as we just said, we used an f-string, and we use placeholders to, instead of printing exactly what it says here, it replaces this information here with whatever is stored in our variable first name. So this placeholder is replaced with whatever is stored in our variable first name. And the same goes for this placeholder last name here. It will print whatever is stored in our last name variable. And now that we have finished writing the code, we should go back and verify that we solved the problem that we set out to solve. But in this case, I think we have done that.